Welcome to another Quantum Conversation, brought to you by AcousticHealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and I invite you to sit back as we enter the quantum realm, that space of the greater part of you. It is your connection to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and infinite mastery. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I am so pleased to be with my guest today, who's here to share on a really valuable and powerful and transformative tool, the colors of the rainbow. Barbara Marie Babbish is going to share with us the importance of these colors and how we can use them to transform our life. And also she'll be taking some calls to see what color may be important for you today. Let's welcome Barbara Marie back to Quantum Conversations. Hi, Barbara Marie.
Hello, happy to be here and thanks for inviting me again.
We will have an activation with the rainbow, the way of the rainbow. Now, what is significant about this work is that you have gotten your doctorate, a PhD in this work, and it's really an important major part of your life. Why the rainbow colors? How did this come to you?
Back in, well, let me just go back a bit further. I first, like most of my life, I had migraine headaches. And someone said somewhere along the lines, it was around 1997, that their relative had a Reiki treatment. And so, of course, I had to run and have a Reiki treatment. And it was like $40. And it was like, whoa, that's a lot of money. Like, how many times am I going to have to come? And then I realized, heck, I can just learn how to do this myself. So that was the whole, Reiki, therapeutic touch, the whole energy part of it all. And then while, that grew into an actual business. And so when I started doing Reiki treatments for people, I started getting messages for them. And then I can't call it Reiki anymore because that goes against the Reiki rules. So I started calling it Reiki Plus. But that was one of the starts. And then a group started speaking to me, and they were called the Present Ones. And so I developed this relationship with the Present Ones. And they are the ones who asked me, do you want to be the one to bring in the rainbow, the way of the rainbow? And of course, knowing me, I said, well, I don't know, not feeling safe because it's difficult for me to make big commitments. I can make small commitments and I need to feel safe. So I said, well, if I do, what would be next? And so they started giving information about the rainbow and some of the colors and how I could use them. And then, the next step and the next step, I just kept saying, what's the next step? And it evolved into this complete system. And so then I shared that with some of my friends and they all loved it. And so we together, me and my friends, my spiritual sisters, they just kept pushing me forward. Just do the next step. Just do the next step. So by 2008, I was sharing it with more people. And then I'm like many light workers that, I get a little shy and I back off. Then I do more. Then I'm a little shy and I back off. But through all of that, it grew and grew and grew. And the power of it really grew so much that when I did my dissertation for my doctorate in metaphysics, that's what I wrote about. And I actually called it the ultimate meditation system because the Present Ones also showed me that's what it is. So once we use it as a meditation system, then a lot of things fall into place. And so that's how it kind of evolved and grew and got started. And it's still growing. There seems to be new levels. The first level is learning to use the colors to create a rainbow. Then the next level is create your rainbow. And then the next level is living in the rainbow. And then the next level is be the rainbow. And so people can join in learning about the rainbow and the rainbow system. They can come in and their understanding, depending where they are in their spiritual life and their spiritual growth, they will be at any of those levels. I don't teach them as levels anymore because it's so encompassing, and each person will get what they need. So it's exciting today to be talking about some of the specific colors and then doing activations for the colors. I think I know what I'm going to do, but we'll see how I'm led. And the present ones usually lead all of this, so I follow their guidance. But yeah, it's getting like with 2022 now, we need tools. And the interesting thing is, you know, we've all been given tools, but we may not recognize them as tools. And we might follow different spiritual leaders, but do we actually do what they suggest we do? And in the Way of the Rainbow program, we are doing many of the things that others have said, you know, do this, do that. But this takes a commitment to really get the best benefit from it. And so, like I said, I'll go through some of the color. Well, I'll go through all 7 colors today, just to give a really brief idea of how these colors can speak to us. It's interesting, you know, everybody seems to have a favorite color, but they don't realize, and I'm just being shown this now, that that's the color that speaks to you. So when you can start communicating with that color has gifts for you. And oh, my heart is just opening here. This is so cool. Because I love them all now, but I started out with blue. I mean, you can see by my colors here, blue and all shades of blue. And whenever I look in a room, my eye goes to blue.
Yes, blue ray at heart.
Yeah. And I never liked orange. That's just not my color, or especially orange and some greens. And now I'm being shown the oranges and the greens that resonate with me. And so I can say now I love all 7 of the rainbow colors, and then everything in between as well. And I look at the colors as messengers. And they give us each a gift, and they show us, you know, in the Way of the Rainbow, they show us what their function can be for us if we want to follow this particular system. So I'm excited.
We're excited to get into those colors and to see how we can work with them and communicate with them. Yeah, I love the color blue as well. So I'm excited to learn more about that, and actually all of the colors. First, Barbara Marie, I would love to hear a little bit more about the present ones, your guides who came to you. Is there anything more you can talk about of what your reaction was when these beings came to you? Were you surprised? Did you trust in it? What was that process like?
The trusting the present ones was easy, but it was the lead up to them that wasn't easy. Because when I first started like hearing voices talk to me, once I realized that was happening, like one of the key things that happened was I used to wake up in the mornings and hear someone talking to me. And so then I thought, well, I better write this down. This might be important. And it was people I'd never heard of. But Jesus spoke to me, and Mary spoke to me, and a few of the saints spoke to me. And then all of a sudden, I'm hearing voices all day long. And one day I was doing dishes, and my husband came into the room and he said, "Who are you talking to?" Because there was nobody there, right? And I said, "Have I been talking out loud?" And he said, "Yeah." And he's thinking I'm going crazy. And so then I thought, if this is what being open is, I don't want it, because it was like, can you tell my Uncle Joe I'm sorry? Can you tell my wife I love her? And it's like, whoa, 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 that is like way too much. And so then I didn't want that gift of hearing the voices. And then another group came to me and they said, we are Avantar. And we help many people who are now open to the other side of the veil, is what they said. And they said they would be my gatekeeper, and that they would only let through the highest light, the highest vibrations that I could take. And I said, yeah, I'm in. And so that's when everything slowed down. And then when I started hearing Jesus come in regularly, and Mother Mary come in regularly, and a few of the saints like St. Francis and St. Clare, they would come in regularly. And then that's when they said, you may call us the present ones. And then that's when all kinds of angels and archangels, the main four are for me, archangels Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, and Raphael. And so they're like my four pillars, but in the present ones there are many. And sometimes they speak, well, usually they speak as a group, but sometimes they will come out as an individual, especially if I'm doing like a language of light session with someone. And if the present ones see that they need a mother, then usually it's Mother Mary or some other mother symbol that would come in and speak to them as that individual present one. But usually it's pretty groupish, and I can feel the love, so then I know it's them. If well, it hasn't happened now in many, many years since Avantar has been helping me, but if I don't feel love as they're speaking and as I'm receiving, then I would shut it down and I would say, if you're not for my highest good, you must leave now. And anyone can use that. You can say it 3 times. And then if that being stays, then that's for your highest good. We have the power to send the lower ones away if we need to do that.
Thank you for sharing. It really helps others understand what they're experiencing as well. It is different for everyone, but the key operative word is that feeling of love. Yes, and we can feel that feeling of love. That is the pathway, and we follow the vibrations of love. Okay, let's get into the colors. Share with us your wisdom from your doctorate, your dissertation on these colors and what you've learned.
Righty. With the red, that's kind of I should say right here too, really the way of the rainbow and using the colors, it gives you a strong spiritual foundation. To base whatever else you do, you will always have this. So you learn it once, you've got it for life, and you can use it for so many different things. But it gives you a good spiritual foundation. It gives you a great meditation to follow if you want to use it for that. Okay, so I'm just going to close my eyes here so I can help see and feel these colors. The red is where you would build your relationship with your angels and guides and your higher self. And the orange has the ability, and we call them color bands. So when the red color band helps you connect to your higher self and spirit guides, the orange helps you bring up your energy from poor me to thinking of abundance. And the yellow is all about releasing blocks and releasing fears. The green is focusing on what you want to be, do, or have. And the blue is about really knowing and seeing who you really are and your power. And the indigo is for listening to your guidance, communicating with your guidance team, having that space where you would ask questions and hear answers. And then the violet is keeping a record of all of this in some way. And it would be journaling. I'll use the word journaling, keeping track of your questions, keeping track of the answers you get. There's other functions for it, but people would recognize that the most. So each one has its job, and using those colors in order, and I'll use the word calling in those colors in that order has a certain synergy, which then multiplies and really expands each of the individual colors. So when doing the full way of the rainbow, instead of focusing on one color, you've got, I don't even know what the word would be, multiverse expansion of those colors. And the more you use the colors, the more they speak to you as an individual. So you will get your own messages and gifts from those colors, even though I've got the general and what was specifically for me and my followers. But each person, I mean, you're going to get whatever you need when you focus on that specific color or all of them. And then again, that's where you get that synergistic energy that just explodes, and it's life-changing.
Can you share an example of a transformation in your life by using these colors of the rainbow? Do you have any examples that pop out in your forefront of the mind?
Well, during the summertime, I live on 160 acres of land. And I have this one special spot where I go sit and I face, I say I sit on my throne, because that's how it feels. And it's a wooden lawn chair that my father-in-law built. And so I use that, I sit on that and I look to the west, and then I bring in each of the colors. And before, it used to take me all of the colors for me to really, really get centered and focused and feel I was in my, what I call zone of creation. And gradually, it was like, I just close my eyes now and I'm there. And whenever I close my eyes, I see colors and I know they're with me. So it's, for me, the biggest advantage is helping me connect quickly to what I call the zone of creation. I'm not sure what other people would call it. They might just feel like they're tapped in or they're in their sacred space. But to me, it's the zone of creation, because then that's where I can be and I can visualize the things that I want and use it that way. But for me, it's that instant tapping into my inner guidance, tapping into the present ones, and feeling at one with everything around me.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's experience a process or an activation with those rainbow colors. What do we do in this? Do we hold an intention of something we want to transform or work on? What's the best way to go here?
Let me just get this. I'm just being shown, we're going to do an activation, a general activation for the rainbow itself. That means all 7 colors. And if everyone would just have the intention of connecting with the rainbow and the rainbow colors, that will be enough for this particular activation. Oh, they feel so good. Mm. Okay, and I will be using the language of light, I assume, and I'll be using English as it's given. We'll just go with the flow here. So this activation is for activating the colors of the rainbow within each person listening, as much or as little, whatever degree they want to receive, that's the degree they will receive. Let's take a deep breath and tap in. I'm already seeing red. My favorite red is a pinky red. And that's the color that comes to me the most. Kiria ili ashe, orio ili a lami ate. Morio lisha, ishi a latia. Bright blessings to each one of you for being here. You're just integrating with your energies, bringing in these powerful energies slowly to you. Kishi ani a lami ateo ili olisha, imi e kiri a iliase. We ask that each one of you participate in this to whatever degree you would like. We will be doing this activation a little bit differently today. We will call in the red from source, bring that red color vibration through your body, down through the trunk of your body, down through your legs, and down to Mother Earth. And then we bring that color right back up to your heart. We will let that sit in your heart for a moment as you breathe in the red throughout your body and holding it in your heart. As you breathe, let's expand that color vibration just so that it fills your full body and then a little bit outside of your body. And now we will bring in the orange from source down through your body and your legs, through to Mother Earth, and then back up to your heart. And we're holding the orange in your heart at this moment and expanding it then to live and be with the red. So you've got the red and the orange flowing with love throughout your body and expanding it just a little bit outside of your body. And now we call in the yellow down through your body, down through your legs and feet, down to Mother Earth, and then back up to your heart. We're holding that in your heart for a moment and expanding that out to mix and mingle with the red and the orange. And we're expanding those just outside of your body and expanding that with each breath even further out of your body. So you've got the three colors just loving being together with you and for you and within you. So now we bring in the green from source down through your body, all the way down to Mother Earth, and then back up to your heart, where you hold that green for a moment. And then we expand that to be with the other colors and slowly expanding them at least 3 feet, 4 feet out of your body into the room that you're in or the space that you're in. And now we bring in the blue, this beautiful blue color band flowing through your body, down through your feet, into Mother Earth, and then back up again to your heart, where it sits there for a moment. And then it mingles with the other colors, the red, the orange, the yellow, the green, and now the blue, all intermingling with each other. This loving, loving energy that's expanding now by your intention, just expanding it to totally fill the room or the home or the space that you're in. And now we call in the indigo coming down through your body, down to Mother Earth, and then back up to your heart. You're feeling that indigo and seeing it. And now you're expanding it to be with the other colors of this beautiful rainbow that's surrounding you and growing within you and outside of you. And now we bring in the beautiful, beautiful, strong violet down through your body, down to Mother Earth, and bringing it back up to your heart, holding that violet, loving, loving energy within your heart, as you now expand that with the red, the orange, the yellow, the green, the blue, and the indigo, expanding and expanding and expanding it to the greatest degree that you can, even expanding it into your city and your province or your state or your country, knowing that you have the power now to be able to do this wherever and whenever you are, wherever you are, wherever you go, whoever you're with. It's like an initiation that we've given you, as well as the activation, and you may now use that particular method to bring in the colors of the rainbow into your body, into your spirit, into your space, and be sharing it with others. So we'll give you a minute to come back to the room. Coming back in 3, 2, 1. It would be interesting to hear if anyone was able to feel the colors or see the colors.
Very interesting. I know I feel very grounded now and at peace. And it's different for everyone. And so from this level, as the present one said, this is the ultimate meditation, bringing in these colors first and then sitting in the colors and meditating in those colors.
Well, this wasn't the whole system. This was just the activation for the colors. So there is much more to the whole system, let's say.
Yes.
But this is the initiation to the colors, to let people at least share in part of this.
Yes.
Start.
Thank you. We have heard from, yes, Merku says, thank you. I was seeing the colors. And at the same time, so much energy was flowing through me. Beautiful. Thank you so much. All right. Very good. So feeling the colors of the rainbow. Pamela shares, I was able to see them all, and then they expanded into my home. And at the end, seeing them spread to all of the islands of Hawaii. We get so many rainbows here that it was easy to see all the colors. Cool. Thank you, Pamela. Yes, I felt the rainbow colors expanding into my neighborhood, into my area. And when we consider that this is God energy, direct connectedness to God source energy, that is solution energy as well. So just bathe our planet in the rainbow colors within ourselves, down into Gaia, and back into our hearts and radiate out to the world. Yeah, solution energy there.
Well, I think too, most of us know, like most of us in your community know, that the only way we're going to have world peace is to find peace within each one of us as an individual. And so all of the tools we use, all of our meditations, all of our prayers, our intentions, affirmations, all of those things help us be peace. And then when there's enough of us there won't have to be big discussions on who's right and who's wrong. We will just, it won't matter. There won't be any judgment of who's right, who's wrong. We will just be in harmony. And, I hope to see that in my lifetime. It would take many miracles, but I might have to come back to live again to see it. But it's happening, one person at a time, one show at a time, one sharing at a time, one Zoom room at a time. I have the hope and the faith. Well, I have the belief that we will have world peace, and this is the way it's going to happen.
We're already starting to see it. I like to say we can read between the lines in the mainstream media. That's my game. Coming from the media, I can see, words that are chosen that may not be totally unbiased in all of this. But we're starting to see, when things get hectic out there, they get a little crazy. There's a large majority that's just not tolerating it. And we're starting to see that there's a less tolerance for it. And so, we've been saying that maybe we're in a pressure cooker to evolve love or to surrender to love, that this is where we're all going, and how easy it is to just say, okay, I surrender to love. Well, I think that we're seeing that. I think there's a demand being created for peace and for love, and it's happening in this great awakening, and it's not easy.
I think too, for myself, I've been shown, my job, my function here, my purpose is helping people one at a time or in groups with prayers and metaphysical tools. Other people are maybe to be speakers on the stage, being for or against something. Maybe they're to be a leader, in some way. And honestly, it's hard for me to not judge that sometimes. I just know that that's not my job. My job is quiet in the background, prayer, intentions, speaking about peace and harmony, and and I didn't know all that until I was working with the rainbows. It helped me know my life purpose, to develop the skills that I need to fulfill that life purpose. And it's really cool. I'm sure, Loren, yours as well. I mean, there's many facets to our life purposes, but to know it, to pursue your spiritual growth to the point where your life purpose, what your gifts are, what you can offer the world, and then go on from there and do it. Even if you're, a mother with several kids at home, maybe your life purpose right now is just to have those kids raised in a nice, calm home. And your other life purpose will develop later. I mean, like mine did. I mean, migraine, headaches. I'm an entrepreneur, so it was hard not to always be doing things. Raising 4 kids with a great husband. And now it's in these later years that I can really fulfill that greater purpose that's outside of my home. It's worldwide. And to actually know, like, this is my job, it gives me a real security. And then when the present ones give me guidance and give me a smorgasbord of choices, you can do this, you can do that, you can do this, you can do that. And then I still get to choose which one of those things I want to do, or that I choose to do, or that growing myself as a person, growing myself as a spiritual leader, there's all of those aspects as well. And so like without the present ones and their guidance and any other guides that happen to pop in, or even some of my relatives that pass away, they come in and I hear them speak, and it's just also interesting that we can all have this, and we do all have it to greater degrees. And it's just learning to tap into your own inner guidance, learn how to do it, get the guidance as an individual, as one-on-one. Like one of the neatest things I ever realized was, and I'll use the word God knows I am here. Little old me sitting on a farm, you know, living out in the boonies. God knows I'm here. I have a purpose, and I've been given everything I need to fulfill that purpose. And if I don't have it yet, I'll be getting it. I just have to assume if there's more for me, if there's a bigger picture, I'll grow into it. I'll grow into the person I need to be. But it comes all back to spiritual guidance, divine guidance, not just following what my parents wanted for me or what my kids wanted me to do. You know, they wanted me to stay in the closet with my gifts. And, you know, they would tell their friends, oh, Mom talks to angels. And it's like, I'm so far beyond that now. It's like, I'm just doing my thing as I'm led to do. And my hope is that everyone else would do that too. You know, follow your guidance, follow what's right for you. And doesn't that just create happiness, joy? I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be alive. And I have little issues and little problems, and I just handle it the spiritual way. I don't argue. I don't yell. You know, I've been shown there's just no need for it. Just let it be, and let people think what they want to think, and let everyone have their opinions, and they've all got their reasons for their opinions. And it's like, I'm just little old me here on the farm doing my thing on Zoom.
Holding a vibration that indeed radiates to your family, to your community. And you said the key word there, the joy, doing the things that bring you joy. That's what we've learned as well. And that is, you know, it might be hard for some to believe that all we have to do is do things that we love. Like, really, it's that easy? But that really does open a portal to exactly what you're talking about, to the guidance that comes in. And we do know what we know within us. And in today's world, if we can rely on this inner guidance for guidance, then we're going to be good. And more people are realizing to tap into that, maybe to turn off outside influences that make us gaslight ourselves, and to really tune in so deeply that we're aware of negative feelings in our body, and that we're also aware of the good feelings in our body that bring forward the solutions, the new ideas, and the confidence to go forward in our world with those ideas. That is how we bring in new earth. As we've learned from the Arcturians, new earth is a vibration, and we have to raise our vibration to do it. Now, the rainbow, the way of the rainbow, is a beautiful way to do that. Are you sensing that these colors absolutely do raise our vibration? Do you feel negative energies releasing?
Yes. I can tell as soon as I start calling in the red, calling in the orange, everything shifts like right away. It didn't in the beginning because I learned them more with my head than my heart. And now it's all within my heart. And I can feel the energies. I can see the energies. And I can get messages and hear voices, all because of the starting with all of this rainbow. Everything is being expanded within me because of that.
Yes. Okay. Well, we want to interact with our audience today on Zoom. And so if you would like to know a color or what colors around you or what color you need, Barbara Marie is here to help you with that. Barbara Marie, what's the best way for someone to ask their question of that?
You mean either in the chat or the Q&A, or
if they raise their hand, we can unmute them. Do they just say, what color do I need? Is that the right way?
Yeah. What color do I need? What color is speaking to me? You know, whatever. I'll get these.
Start with me. Start with me. All right. I'll be the first guinea pig as we wait for our audience participants to raise their hand. And also I see some in our chat. So go ahead. Let's see. Barbara Marie, what, how do I, what's the best color for, okay. I've got lots of questions.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Okay. So we'll ask it like this. What's the best color for you right now today?
Yes.
That you can call on for help. And we can ask it like that for everyone. Okay. The present ones are laughing. And I'm being shown red. And that it's kind of a mix of violet as well, but mostly red is stronger. And that has to do with your belief systems. You still might need some releasing of what they're calling tribal beliefs, beliefs from your ancestors. And they're just telling me that's going to change your life. There is still some things there that you're believing, probably unconsciously, that need to be released. And so you can work on that in a meditation, call on the red vibration to help you. I call it the red color band.
Okay.
Ooh, that was cool, because I thought they were going to say blue, but
well, because I love blue, everything in my house. I'm just a Blu-ray. But it's really interesting. My internet, the Zoom recording will probably be perfect, but my internet connection cut out. Did you say another color besides red?
No.
No, it was just red. Okay.
Oh, no, sorry. Yes. I was seeing red with a tinge of violet below it, but they wanted me to focus on the red.
All right. I do just have to say, I get that with what I've got, what I'm experiencing right now. I do get that. I'm having a past life memory. And the fact that you brought up belief systems is it goes back to a tribal, like, why do we have to be that way? And it ties into other past lives that resulted in an ending of my life because of these beliefs or what created those beliefs. So wow. I totally get that.
Wow.
Okay, cool. That's cool.
That's cool.
All right. Well, do we need to be free and liberated then and just, again, go into we are evolving love. And so if we evolve love through all of our belief systems, what does that mean? That means we have to look at tribal structures of should or should nots and decide from there. So without going into any more details on that, I do get it. So thank you.
Great.
Okay.
Great. So who should we do next? I'll let you handle all that. Is that all right?
Yes, let's go to David. I see David's hand is up. So David, I am allowing you to unmute yourself and you can share your voice. Hi, David.
Hi, my name's David. I appreciate your meditation. I asked a question in the question and answer, and I'd like to maybe just expound on, well, I prayed to like rainbows and stuff and made them go in the clouds and spaceships and had fun with them. And I also think there's an interesting relationship between sound, frequency, vibration, and colors with all three of them, like, and the toroidal field, two pyramids spinning in opposite directions, creating a kind of a donut. And I'm just wondering if there's anything that you would know or talk about. That's it. And I thank you.
Okay. I'm just actually, I think it just started this year, understanding a bit more about the sound with the colors. So I can't speak about that yet, but I was in a retreat in January and that information kind of started to come to me. But I cannot speak on that as an authority at all, but they are definitely connected. I do know that for sure.
Do you have the ability to go into certain time energies and see what I saw and felt like at a specific time?
No.
Okay. I asked about it one time, and I had this quite of an interesting vision of like the pillars and you know, the serpent and energy and stuff like that. So all right, well, I thank you for your time. I really do. I'll let someone else go. I appreciate you asking for me. And I just want to say, Lauren, over the years, I've met and listened to and experienced so many different people, and I really appreciate it. I mean, I'm welling in tears right now because I really, really appreciate you bringing these people to us and let us experiencing that. So thank you.
Oh, thank you, David. And thank you for your light. Thank everyone who watches and listening. You guys don't know how important you are. Now you've got me crying, and this is where we know our mission. And our mission is to radiate love and light and to amplify love and light on the planet. So thank you, David, for doing that yourself. Thank you. All right, let's go to Mary. Hello, Mary. You can unmute yourself and ask your color question.
Hi, what color would I need right now? And I saw a rainbow yesterday and it was beautiful.
Blue for you. That came in really quickly, and I'll just see how they're going to apply it for you, Mary. There may be, you can call on the blue whenever you need to speak up for yourself. And sorry, I'm just making some notes here. It's going to help you stand in your power. So I don't have any more than that other than it is for you. You know, so when you're in a place where, or even in your meditations, but when you're in a place where you normally wouldn't speak up and you want to, you call in the blue and just say, you know, I want the blue energies, I want the blue color band to be with me. And, you know, it may speak to you, it may speak through you, or it may just give you the confidence to say what it is you really want to say. That's kind of all I'm getting. Does that make any sense to you?
Yes, it does actually. Yeah. Thank you. I'm a healer, so I do a lot of healing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All righty, and make sure for that, because you're a healer, use the yellow to help release fear, release energies. And they're using the words release all that no longer serves you, so that you're not stuck with anyone else's energy. So probably after every client, just real fast. You can do it within a minute. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Lauren.
You're
God
welcome.
bless you. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, Mary. Okay, I see some people in the chat, and I may just come up to you in the Zoom audience. Like Pamela, I'm going to allow you to talk because I could ask your question, but you could also unmute yourself, Pamela. Hi.
Hi, how are the two of you today? Thank you for doing this show, Lauren, and thank you, Barbara, for being here. and giving us the information and the colors. So what color or colors do I need, or what color or colors do you see around me that are prevalent?
I actually see all of the colors around you, but the one that you would call in for helping you, I'm seeing just red, 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 and more red, lots of red. They're not even, a lot of times I see colors as clouds, and they're alive. This is like a pretty solid red. So again, maybe going back, oh no, just a sec, we're getting a little change here. Red, orange, and yellow, all three. Okay, yeah, red is the most, then an orange came in, and then a yellow. So that's kind of dealing with the past.
Mhm.
And I don't know this, they're just telling me that. So for you, it's dealing with the past. And so you can sit in a meditation and call all three in, because it sounds like this is not necessarily a fun thing for you to do. This would be a serious healing type session that you would do for yourself, and calling in the red, orange, yellow. And especially if you call in the present ones to help you with that, then there is some kind of a healing there for you. And they don't want to go into any more detail, like in public. So you may know what that's about, or you may not, but you'll find out if you do it. And call in the red, orange, yellow to be
All
with
right.
you.
Thank you so very much. That's funny because purple is my favorite color, or violet is my favorite color. And I generally work with that color when I'm doing meditation and stuff.
Mhm.
But I will call in these colors to clean up the past, because obviously I need to do that. And I will
Right.
find out exactly what it is that I need to release, because obviously that's what this is about, releasing energies from the past.
Yeah.
So yes,
Sounds
thank
like
you
it.
so very much. I truly appreciate that. I guess I needed to hear it, or it wouldn't have come through.
Right.
Aloha. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Blessings to you.
Mhm. You're welcome.
Thank you. Aloha. All right. Okay, Pippa. Pippa has a question too. I'm going to allow Pippa to unmute. Pippa, if you are ready and willing. Hello.
Hello, phoning from speaking to you from from Glastonbury, it's near Bristol in the UK.
Hello. Beautiful.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
We can
Yes.
hear you. So which
Right.
color is best for you? Which color? do
Yes,
you
please.
choose? Or sorry, yeah, best for you at this time. Interesting. Okay, just give me a minute. Oh, this is cute. Okay. Sorry. Sometimes they're so funny. Red is the prominent one needed. And at first there was a tinge of violet. So I was thinking they were going to go with violet. And almost like a range of like mauve to deeper violet, and even a pinky violet was in there. But then all of a sudden the red came in, very solid red. So let me go with red, and then I'll see what they have to say about that, unless it's the similar tribal beliefs, things like that need to be released. Show me, please. Well, never had this before. You know, when you get a message and you think, this can't be right. Every now and then it happens. Yeah, okay, I'll just tell you what they said, okay? Like, I don't understand it myself, but maybe you will. Going back to the red and your beliefs, there has been some kind of music in your life that was not good for you. It was not a good vibration. So I guess they're kind of saying, like, release the energy of that music. And like, I can only assume it's from the past, but I mean, it's something that needs to be cleaned up. And so you'd call on the red color band to help you with that.
Oh, that so makes sense. Thank you. Yes, that does make sense. My mother used to sing opera music, and she had the terrible voice, and it put me right off opera. So yes, you're bang on. Thank you. Yes.
Oh, I felt so silly saying that. Believe me.
No, you're spot on. Spot on. Thank you. I will do that. I will clear it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, then I'll enjoy it.
Well,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah, it's
Thank you to both of you. Yes.
You're welcome. It's so interesting, isn't it? Like, when we receive messages, our job is just to, let it out, share it.
Not judge it, not judge it.
Yeah, we don't have to know what it means. We're just the messenger. So
love it. Thank you both. Thank you. Lovely session. Thank you.
Thanks, Eva. Okay, really good. Let's do one more, and then we're going to talk about ways that people can work with you. You've got light language activations with the rainbow method. Let's go to Mirku. Mirku, I hope I pronounced that correctly. You can unmute. Hello.
Hello, hello, beloved. It's fantastic. Thank you so much for this beautiful, beautiful night. Best regards from Finland, Lapland. And I'm happy to join here. Thank you. Barbara, what would you say about the color that I need now? I'm really in the great transition time now, and we're so blessed to have your beautiful healing. So thank you.
I got yours already just as soon as you popped in. It's yellow, and it has to do with releasing all that no longer serves you. So that could be, they're showing me thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve you, physical things that you do that no longer serve you, releasing people that are not good for you, their energies are not good for you. Sounds like releasing in several areas for you. And that's going to, once you do that, you'll have clarity. Sorry, where was I? That threw me off. Yes, releasing in several areas so that then you'll be able to receive clarity on your next steps.
Wow, thank you. It really makes sense. Thank you so, so much. And thank you, Lauren, for this beautiful event again. And thank you, Barbara. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mirku. Awesome. I just love how Barbara Marie is tapped in and tuned in just from this connection, and it's spot on. I mean, even with myself, again, I just have to say it's wonderful. So you are really a great person to work with for helping others tap in even further to what it helps actually to see what no longer serves, more of really what needs to be released, because so many times we're like certain, okay, I know what I want. We could know really strongly, I'm on this mission. I know this, I know this, I know about this past life, for me, for example. But on the flip side of it, knowing that I needed to release the beliefs on a tribal level was really great insight for me. I mean, I'm jumping for joy right now because it's that simple. So for me personally, it makes a lot of sense. And you just help people see that they cannot see. So you have ways that people can work with you. I'm going to drop in the chat box your special offer, but please share with us your special offer for light language activations for the Way of the Rainbow.
Oh, I am going by memory here, so you might have to help me. I think I've got package 1 is working with me for a short session for 30 minutes.
Yes.
And then I've got the language of light activations, which everyone will receive 1 per week. And on the webpage there, it's got all 7 listed and with descriptions and actually some beautiful artwork that goes with those. It's just gorgeous from Dan Holman, a beautiful artist. And then the package C, I don't know if you've got 1, 2, 3 or ABC, but the third one is then giving you a real special deal on both of those. And for a very short time, I'm giving an extra super duper special on those recordings that are in package 2. If you order those now before March 21st, 2022, I will be giving you another 7 weeks that are the updated versions of those same activations. So they'll be the 2022 activations. And so if you order them, I'm just going to add them on. So you'll have 14 weeks of activations. And I've had a lot of great feedback from people, how their lives have changed just listening to those activations. And I recommend listening to like week 1, you know, as often as you can, every day if you can. And then week 2, because they all build and they have a little bit different angle. You know, one of them, if I remember correctly, is working with your inner child. Another one is the heart opening activations, which we all could use every day. But yeah, so you'll get the 7 weeks and then another 7 weeks, because the next orders will be all the 2020s, or sorry, 2022s. But for this group, we'll do the current, and I haven't even made them yet. So it's kind of a big deal to have the new ones, you know, as I'm led to make them, then you'll get those as well. And that's all done by email. So yeah, I'd love to work with you all. And this seems like such, you know, really, Lorraine, you really draw advanced people. And it spurs me on to offer my gifts. And it's great that each person connected with the color and the reason they were given that color. You know, because I haven't done that ever before. And it worked. It worked.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I know I can do it now if I have to, or if I want to offer it. Yeah.
Validation for Barbara Marie.
Yes, thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Yes, I actually witnessed it myself personally. All right, so I do love that. The language of light activations for the Way of the Rainbow. I just want to very quickly mention those beautiful MP3s that are part of that. It's the heart opening. That's a bonus heart opening MP3. Week 1 is releasing judgment, right? Releasing the old destructive energies so the new higher vibrations can come in. Also an activation for gratitude, awareness of the inner child, recognizing inner guidance. That one is cream of the crop for me, because this is the wisdom that we know, and it is the way moving in new earth, our inner guidance. So perfect. Asking the right questions. Perfect. Asking the right questions for the information that we're seeking in that inner guidance is crucial. And then listening for answers. Perfect. An activation there. And then finally, the gift of understanding why someone else does something that they do, and maybe not even getting ourselves reactionary over it or triggered over it. So those are beautiful programs. And again, as mentioned, you're going to receive updated MP3s for 2022 in the equinox when you purchase that package. And again, if you also want a personal session, 30 minutes with Barbara Marie, that's really a great offer to get both of those packages for a really great price. Thank you, Barbara Marie. That's a beautiful special offer for all of our listeners and viewers.
You're welcome.
That link is available in the Zoom chat line, as well as on this webpage and in the description of this video that you're watching. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Barbara Marie. And everyone, when you see a rainbow, immerse yourself in that rainbow. Take a moment to connect in with this knowledge that you've received today and go deeper than you've ever gone before. I remember one time when I was living on Guam, I drove through a rainbow and it was the most exhilarating experience. It was inside my car and I had a little crystal on my rearview mirror and I just felt the oneness of everything. And as we know from the Tibetan Buddhists, the rainbow body, right? This is all connected to our rainbow body. And what you're doing, Barbara Marie, is facilitating, giving us the tool that helps us build that rainbow body from a real practical level. So thank you, thank you, thank you for that. As we wrap up today, I want to just give you a moment for any final thoughts.
Yes, there's a few. I wanted to let people know that if they go to my website, they can get the ebook, The Rainbow Prayer Method and the Rainbow Meditation Method. And that's at probably at barbaramarie.ca. And that gives you more ways to use the rainbow. And the present ones are also saying that you can call on them at any time. And do we have time, Loren, for me to mention some of the angels and whatnot in the present ones?
Oh, yes, please
Yeah.
do.
Okay.
Yes.
Because sometimes they'll speak to you as individuals, like I said earlier, sometimes they'll speak to you as a group. But for instance, we've got my core four, archangels, Raphael, Uriel, Gabriel, and whoever I missed, Michael, and all of the other archangels are there, and many of your own angels and your own guardian angels. Many of the saints are there, like Saint Francis, Saint Clare, Saint Dominique, Saint Benedict. Yeah, and they're showing me there's more of the saints. And then there's like Jesus, Mary, Joseph, Mother Teresa, Saint Teresa, Princess Diana. And the newest one in my life was Steve Jobs. Shortly after he died, he gave a message saying that, yes, he is one of the present ones. And there are many others, but again, if there is, like, because you're here today, if there is one that talks to you, like if you talk to Jesus regularly, just as an example, then you'll be closer in touch with the present ones because Jesus is one of the present ones. And you know, they say there are many guides and they're guides to many. So there are also native Indian chiefs, Aboriginal chiefs from all over the world. Some of the present ones have been here on Earth and some of them have never been here on Earth. So just be open to calling them into your meditations and just sit and wait and see who talks to you. And I'd love to know, you can find me on Facebook too. Let me know if you're able to reach them or they're able to reach you, really, if you're open to it. So be peace, be peace.
We may be already communicating with the present ones and our guides and just not know it.
Yes.
But we do know when higher wisdom comes in. Would you say it really is just higher wisdom, a fresh perspective, just, you know,
yes,
loving feeling?
Yeah. And sometimes they always feel like love, all of them. But when Mother Mary comes in for me, I feel this loving motherly energy. And it sometimes, if it's like an Indian chief, he's talking to me like he's an Indian chief and he's in charge. And I mean, it's fun. All of this has to be fun too. If it was torture, I wouldn't be doing this. But yeah, and they all have a sense of humor. So if you're hearing voices that are laughing and joking, or you feel humor, that
Yes.
very well is probably them. So I just encourage
Yes.
everyone to develop your own relationship with your own angels and guides. And the present ones are like volunteering to be here for you in whatever way you need, is what they're saying.
So when you are overwhelmed with laughter in stressful situations, you know what's happening. You are being supported. You are being helped and guided. Yes. Barbara Marie, thank you so much for this beautiful quantum conversation, the way of the rainbow. We are feeling these colors on a whole new level. And we just thank you for the incredible work that you do with this information that you've received from on high and your guides. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure. Lots of fun. And your audience is fabulous.
Yes. Thank you, beautiful people who are watching and listening. Thank you again for your light. Your love matters and it radiates to the rest of the world. Your love is the shift. Thank you, everyone. Namaste. Thank you for listening to this quantum conversation, and thank you for dancing with us to the cosmic heart. As we raise our own vibration, we raise the vibration of the planet. This show is dedicated to you and all awakening hearts, as we are here to shine our bright light and amplify our love. Access all quantum conversations, special offers from our guests, and online healing retreats by visiting acoustichealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and from my sacred heart to yours, I honor your magnificent love and light. We leave you now with music from the universe. Music literally created by the universe, as musical notes were assigned to mathematical equations. The result is this beautiful music, available at acoustichealth.com. Namaste.